All right, guys, we find ourselves in a bit of a situation, one that I don't want to get my hopes up on too much, but one I definitely want to talk to you guys about. As you know, over the course of the past 8 months, I have been, or 7, 8 months, I have been an advocate on behalf of James Gunn getting rehired at Marvel after being just unceremoniously terminated for some old, stupid, terrible jokes that he made almost a damn decade ago. That ain't happening. I can admit that. I acknowledge that. I live that life, unfortunately. But there's been a couple things I haven't been really willing to give up on. There's been a couple things I haven't really been willing to let go of when it comes to being on Disney's side and seeing this as a business decision. Because I don't see it as necessarily a business decision. I think it was the powers that be didn't want to screw up the $71.3 billion Disney deal that's now coming to an end. It's been approved by the SEC, at least for the most part. It's going to be coming through by June. And around that time, I think we're going to get some interesting revelations out of this. And once that's locked in place, I think almost a year past Gunn's controversy, things are going to be okay. But one of the things I've been wanting to talk about, one of the things I saw online was apparently Chris Pratt confirms that Guardians Volume 3 will use James Gunn's screenplay. Now that is interesting. That is interesting because that was actually one of the caveats that I had here. Because if you recall, when he got fired, he had just turned in his script, the first draft for Guardians 3, to finish out those character stories, to give us a proper conclusion of the Guardians, to let us definitely get the finalization of the story following the events of Infinity War and Endgame. And that's what fans wanted. Fans wanted Gunn's voice. If he wasn't directing, give us the voice. People would be willing to go with that. And I think there's been enough backlash against this that it's looking that Captain Marvel is not going to pull in as much money. Because even though it had a high amount of ticket pre-sales, so did Solo, so did Glass, so did other movies. And I think it's starting to slow down a little bit. I think they're seeing, oh crap, it maybe isn't going to pull in as much money. Because here's the thing, post-Super Bowl, no one was talking about Captain Marvel's trailer, the higher, faster, stronger, whatever it is. I thought it was, is it a Daft Punk song? Right? Get it right. No one was really talking about that, but Avengers Endgame came out and just knocked everyone on their ass. And there's Rocket front and center, which gets people talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy and what's going to happen with that. People want to know, this is where things are. This is where they're going. This is what's going on. This is the life that they are living right now. So it says here that while speaking with MTV News to promote the Lego Movie 2, Chris Pratt confirmed that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be using James Gunn's script. Not only that, but he's read the script and he's quite pumped about it, saying it's off the chain. It's so good. It's so good. This is probably good news for Dave Bautista, who threatened to quit if Gunn's script wasn't used. Much of the Guardians cast, including Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, Vin Diesel, Plum Clementieff, Karen Gillian, and Michael Rooker all came out and supported Gunn when it was first booted. And then Pratt was asked how he felt going into the project without him, and he says here, we're going to deliver the movie. We're going to give the fans what they deserve. And I think it's in the nature of the Guardians of the Galaxy to come together and get the job done, and that's what we'll do. And that's good. I can support that. I can get behind that. If Pratt's enthusiastic about something, I will generally tend to be enthusiastic about it. I've been a fan of Chris Pratt since Parks and Rec days. Even going back further than that to seeing him in Wanted, right around that time, as well as Take Me Home Tonight, which was shot in 2007, where he met Anna Faris, his now ex-wife, and that didn't get released until 2011 because I think New Line was just afraid to release a movie about the 80s and cocaine. Thanks, Lindsay Lohan. I'm not even making that up, but I'll talk about that at a different time. The point here is I've been a Pratt fan for a long time. The dude's hyped on something. I'm generally going to be hyped on it as well. So if he's read the script and he likes it, the thing is, him and Gunn are tight. They're tight. They're super tight. They're great friends. So I guarantee you they've been in a lot of contact since then, and he's seen a lot of stuff and he knows what's going on. But they also are in a situation where they can't talk about it as much as they want due to the politics of Hollywood. One of the reasons why I felt that Jason Momoa talking about the Snyder Cut and acknowledging that there are certain things you want to say in the industry that you can't, and then him giving that fuck it line and then saying it, we need more of that, because I think that builds trust with the audience. And that's kind of right now what Disney's lost, what Marvel has lost, is trust with the audience. Like I've said before, and I keep saying it, and I don't think I will be proven wrong, but if I am, I will admit it. Captain Marvel will suffer because of this. People are still talking about it. There's still the billboard that was purchased in LA to run Rehire James Gunn. We know he's over at DC. We know he's writing Suicide Squad 2. We know he's in talks to do Suicide Squad 2, essentially meaning that he's already been contracted before the news broke that they were in talks, quote unquote. So that's where things are. If Pratt's behind it, I think we're going to get it. I think Kevin Feige's like, look, we'll just do this. It will make everybody happy. We can't change the past, but we can at least do this. Now they got to find a good director. So who can direct it? I've heard people talk about getting Bradley Cooper on board to direct it. I don't know about that. His only directorial debut while up for Best Picture is a drama about a musician, not a group of ragtags that are seeking redemption in the galaxy. Although maybe it could work. Taika Waititi has said no. Edgar Wright has said no. Chris Miller and Phil Lord have said no. They've all said James Gunn. And I still say it's entirely possible that once this deal is done, once this Fox deal is done, once all the ink is dried and all the properties have come home and Suicide Squad 2 is in the can, if he goes to direct it, if that whole thing takes place, that they're going to announce that James Gunn is coming back. But I think it won't be until after Suicide Squad 2, after he gets it out of the way, and after Suicide Squad 2 is shown to be a success, just like the last one, then they're going to bring Gunn back in. That's a long off play. It's a couple years down the road. I can't confirm it. It's just a gut feeling I have. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I will fully accept it. But if you want to know what this fan's perspective is, what this fan's been fighting for, been arguing for, been advocating for now for almost a year, it feels like, for well over half a year, at least. This is what I feel is the best course of action. If you're not going to get Gunn to direct it, use a script, so that's good. Bring in someone like Travis Knight, who's already declined to talk about it or said it's not happening. So anyway, here's the thing. Who do you think is going to be the director for the job? Who do you want to see handle it? Who do you think could bring it home? I wonder if this is kind of an odd suggestion, but what about Spielberg? Traditionally, he wouldn't come into the third story in a franchise, but he would be a Hail Mary that would be able to pull out pop culture references and a good soundtrack. I mean, look what he did on Ready Player One. Stuff to consider, stuff to think about. Let me know down in the comments. If you guys made it this far, type in Gunn in the chat. That's Gunn. Be sure to hit thumbs up. Check out the videos daily on the channel. I will talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.